Okay, hello my guys, what's up? Welcome to the Casino Flamingo Poker Show. Just a short stream today. Yeah, let's see. Like always, let's see. A lot of tables are out here. 42 tables on a Wednesday afternoon, 2 p.m. here in Malta. Also a lot of juicy tables. Let's get rid of this one then. And this one. Use this one instead. $13,000 do we get, I guess. If we get the main bet be jackpot here at 1 and 2. The tables is he playing? Oh, yesterday plus 200. Nice little Winsky. We go to 13 times, pretty much times 6. Usually times 5, but because someone called, That's 6. And we win. It's a big bet. Yeah. He has all suited straights, and we have some offsuit straights also. Oh, not 7-5 suited, but 7-10 7-5 offsuit, but 7-10. Probably. Was the size a bit low? Maybe it was a bit low out of position. Yo, yo. Yo, yo, we'll have to see that. Thank you very much. Pick Sony. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. How are you doing? And fifth 8 also already ready in the early hours of the stream, early minutes. Hope you're well, man. Squeeze it up. Squeeze it up. Squeeze it up. No, it actually was just a 3-bet, but go. Lot of juicy tables, my guys. Is today a public holiday or something like this? We are gonna check. Good pot for him, but he's also folding a lot of things that is having getting sets or straights. So we're mainly gonna just go down with our overpairs, our good ones at least. But let's not do it here with ace king often. Yeah, I'm gonna check it down. He checks, now he bets. Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? Also a big bet. I think I'm gonna directly fold it. Blocking ace-3 suited is good. I'll directly fold it. Mainly gonna call there with ace-king on the turn. Can sometimes raise even, but against a big bet, not so much. But I actually look it up later. Could be a pure defend that is gaining a bit of ED. Wanna check that out. It's for sure fine exploitively. Didn't see he was short stack player. I would have to mainly bet the flop. It's fine though. Do we want to show for call? A lot of draws are out there. On the other hand, we'll let him bluff also sometimes. What do we think? I think I go with a shove. And that's how we love to see Punipo get in there with a nice little Bansky. Yeah, what's up? Thanks for the good luck. Give me a second, I'm gonna read soon. Yeah, I have a lot of tables going on. Let's get rid of this one. Oh, I got a 3-bet here. Just gonna fold. We burn that 3-betting a lot. I'm not gonna bluff. Mm-hmm. This table is also not great. Phew. Queens. All right. On the mainly bet, right? Can also check. I will go with this with a check actually. We're trying things out here, my guys. I will tie. Gonna do it this time. I think I'm gonna just go put it in. Did get a shove here. We got a very neutral thing going on. Happened the last time we did this. Try board. Can have small bets. We'll continue here and we'll get ugly. Probably mainly gonna fold later. Guess having kings here might be even better. Close. I would say we just fold. Just gonna fold. Sometimes he bluffed us, but I mean we have also snap calls. Have been some ace-5 suited. I mean ace-5 suited, pocket aces. Not the dreams, guys, right? Not the dream spots. Gonna fold, but I see a lot of stuff that gets straight on the river. On a bluff on the turn. Not ace-4, but like pocket fours, deuces. I like the fold still. We're gonna continue betting. And we can decide what we want to do on the river. All is possible, right? Not bad to... Wait, what happened? Why he's in the small blind? Thought I 3-bet pre-flop. What happened here actually pre-flop? Did he 3-bet me? I mean, this would be not good. Huh, that makes things pretty easy. Guess he 3-bet me and I called. Snap call. Aces. Ace king he has, maybe. Ace 10. Yeah, I thought so. We will find out probably. Has even a stronger hand. And gonna value raise it up. Let's go for the random snap call. Why not against this size? And what happened? He 3-bet us pre-flop? Yeah, I cannot. No, wait. This I was in the big blind. I'm so confused at the moment. Okay, here were two guys sitting out, or yeah, okay. Makes sense. It felt a bit like a 3-bet, but on the other hand, the positions. But he didn't show off the turn. RCBCL, thank you very much for your follow. So, and finally I'm gonna read it. Sorry, Pexoni, so much is going on. Open hijack, queen 10. Offsuit. Button call. Big blind calls. Because I have a jack of spades, I'm gonna go for the value bet. Because I block draws. Does that make sense? You get value from ace 10, king 10 that bets the flop. It's our sin though here, but the multi-way pot. But fine. What will happen? This will happen. What is ace 9 deuce? So you have a queen of clubs, runner. Okay, we have some backdoors going on. At 70%. Button call, big blind call. Alright, yeah, the live game. The standard live game. Turn is a jack. Oh, yeah. Jack. So you bet 70% again. Button call. Big blind call, of course. Reverse K. Probably an offsuit K. I bet 70% again. Big blind calls with 9 deuce. So that... what do you think of this hand? Okay. Open pre-flop. Good. Bet the flop 70%. Sometimes. Good. For sure. Why not? Bet the turn with an open ender. It's good. Why not? So river gets interesting a bit, right? Let's play about this. Think about this. Is this my standard? So the thing is, a lot is possible on the river, right? It's not great. She's probably missing some of these three-betting bluffs. We could do a sneaky one. Exploitive one. Yes, I'll do it. Gonna fold to further aggression. Probably. Like you see, when he has nothing, he just folds, not bluffs. So on this river, they are kept. They can never have the nuts, queen 10. Okay, sometimes maybe with when they had the flush draw, right? But they are pretty much capped. So you can have huge sizes, and yeah, your hand is one of those that absolutely can have a huge size. It's strong enough. It's a nuts. So you could bet huge, even all-ins, all kind of sizes. I don't know, maybe even 5 times the pot or whatever. You can bet small, you can get raises. I'm just throwing out what is possible at the moment. And you can check. Go for check raise. And yeah, then you want to, all is fine. GTO wise, I think you do this. Bro. It's pretty much the same EV, what you do, GTO wise. And then you can just think exploitatively what's the best. Say, bluff a lot on the river, or go for thin value and then call a lot to raises, and you want to go for check raises a lot. If they raise your bets a lot, then you want to bet just normal size. Yeah, this is usually not happening, that they raise you enough there when you bet small or normal size. So the usual exploit against most opponents is that you have the huge sizes more often than solver. Yeah, I'm just gonna call. It's not even great. Probably is not having a flush. We are blocking that also. Think about overshoving. It's. I'm just gonna do it. Probably has 10 jack. Don't have aces. You can have ace king. Or aces. But he doesn't have, which is great. Looked a lot like 10 jack that didn't bluff the flop. So good that we went for a shove. It's, I don't know. Maybe we would have checked behind. Yep, I deserved this one. So yeah, my usual approach is on this river, then go for huge sizes mainly. Maybe my main size is just a double pot, but depends on your opponents. I think they bet a lot, then I go for more check raises. Check or bet small. Here I think I just get it in. I always have decent amount. It's against a fun player. Sometimes he has a flush or a set, but I think I like this more. We should be always in pretty decent shape, right? He just folds. I mean, you had the queen of clubs also, which makes it less likely to have a missed flush draw. So I would less often check. But yeah, making it up to the reads you have. And the history maybe so far. Something like this. And now we change it up a little bit and say the river is a queen and not a king. You take a note that he shows that directly with value. Can we hold it? It's 3 outs. It's not running 2 times. I have to fade the 10. It's not a 10. Here we go. I close call pre-flop. Juicy tables, like I said. And I got another one in. It's a good animation because if you get one of those, you know you did something good. Something good happened. Yeah, forward or call. Never fold. Oh, raise or call. Roll tie, gonna raise them. We say we have jacks or ace-10 suited or 8-7 suited, maybe it goes directly for value already. Woo! Alright. Hmm. Not easy to have enough bluffs here when I show up on this turn, but often people don't see it. I mean, we have to raise stuff like this, and now got it also. Yeah. But I'm gonna just shove it in. Hopefully he's not thinking we have pocket nines. There's even my snap call. With checks, I mean, you can think about it. With checks here, and people are not having enough bluffs, but it's fine, it's fine. Let's see what will come out. We have 30%. First is medium, second low average. It didn't even feel good to shove this great hand there. I mean, we're quite lucky that we had so many outs. Also, but yeah, I like it. Yeah, I noticed that these situations sometimes make me feel a little bit frustrated. But I think I got a bluff and it's a good spot to bluff. But people are not good enough or not seeing in this situation. It's hard to have enough bluffs. And always good to get conscious of these stuff, right? I mean, the question is, do I still want to bluff there? My answer is yes. But still, when we see that he will call a bit lighter, we will act accordingly. Just take it in consideration and act accordingly. Get the Jack of Clubs himself also. I mean, we're never shoving like ace 10, just calling. On the other hand, you have always like 6 outs. But still, an interesting spot. I mean, also what are our value hands at shove? It's not so many value hands. Yeah, I want to bet. I'm gonna check this time. Could be that he had to check queen. King, queen of hearts. Question is if he sees trapping. We could do a sick check back. But I'm not gonna do it exploitively also. I mean, yes, of course, a lot of potential hands to bluff shove that bluff the flop when it goes check check on the turn. I think it's probably not happening often enough, but I mean, if it's happening, then it's happening in a situation like this. So it's really a bit courageous. It didn't happen even here. Like it's not a surprise, but I think it's a bit dangerous. There's a lot of stuff to pick from as a bluff. We look weak as fuck. Dangerous components. I mean, sometimes we're gonna fast play sevens here, 7-8 suited, or even pocket tens. You could do it, especially exploitively. But I mean, he's not expecting this to do so. There's also not a lot of value hands. Some 9-jack suited, yeah. 8-9 suited. Folds sometimes pre-flop. But also hard to have bluffs. I mean, considering everything, I'm not surprised to see call. Snap call, a bit surprised though. I mean, I wouldn't do it. We could do even something fancy there and just call, which we would do sometimes with a full house, or quite often, and then therefore also donk on rivers. On a lot of rivers, especially the ones who look ugly. I guess this would have been actually the better play. So donk on a jack 9 or whatever straight completing stuff. Wouldn't have worked this time there when the jack on 9 comes up, but yeah. Maybe on a 9. Yeah, I had this feeling, oh, I gotta shove here, but no, I gotta continue here. I don't have to shove. Small mistake in my thinking process there. If we wanted to check some kings, this is a good one. On the other end, this will help me a lot. I feel like I gotta go for the check call, but progress is high. Not gonna bluff. Yeah, I'm still gonna bet. Good decision. Shit, I had a bottle to throw, and now it's gone. Never lucky. You bet pocket deuces. What we do here? Value protection bet. Never lucky, right? This is not a lucky thing. Could even bluff this one, but do we want to bluff this range? Negative. I would say sometimes with better stuff. Really watch out to not bluff too much. And here, mainly fold. He says he has a good 10 now or a flush, which I absolutely believe. And if he found a bluff, well done. Yeah, put money in the middle. I think he's a potential fun player, so raise it up. Oh, it's not good. Don't prefer to see it. I would say we prefer we go ahead with the losing everything strategy. Gonna go with a call, and then I hope he's finding some random bluffs. Ace not great. He could sometimes do it with aces. Yeah, we hope he has kings. How do we proceed? Could even check. Sometimes I kind of like the check now. Oh, this changes a bit. I think we just gonna call now. Yeah. And hope to win. But I thought, okay, he has a speed on the turn, or he has probably a low equity bluff. Maybe something that has only a gut shot on the flop, or maybe even nothing. So 0 to 4 outs. He had actually 6 outs, but it's also not. Oh no, on the turn he. No, 6 outs, 6 outs. Sometimes you also turn the flush draw, then he is more. Not a good turn. Maybe it's even helping us. Actually, we will see. But yeah. No equity turn for us for sure. Low EV. Because his main bluffs got there. Yeah, and we already don't love the race on the flop. Maybe we're just gonna go down still, especially against a fun player, but close. Interesting hand, right? I think not really played bad from him. I think it's fine. Well, I mean, you want to have some 4-bet bluffs, 3-bet bluffs also on the flop. Usually people are missing those, and put this in there sometimes is good. Thing is, 6 has also decent amount of just value. Yeah, I think, but sometimes do it. Yes, why not? But as played, I think I would mainly shove the river with these great blockers. I guess it's fine also to use a small size auto check. I think a lot is possible there. The thing is, he actually has some showdown value also against 5-6 suited. It's not a lot though. The run out is also quite good. So bluffs like a3, ace deuce, yeah, got there. So I would mainly just bluff shove the river. And value hands is pocket 8s plus. Interesting. I will look it up later. See what GTO Wizard is saying. I mean, you can for sure also build a 1/3 strategy there on the river. And then the value is, of course, thinner, therefore, with yeah, maybe just a pair like ace queen. Um, um, I think you have more shove or nothing because the 3 is actually not changing so much there. But 3 is getting a straight. And here I would say shove. I mean, he's capped. We have a good draw. Just gonna shove it in. Think he thinks we have more stuff shows than we actually have because a lot of those will just bet also the flop or the turn. Nice. So there you're really welcome, my guy. You paid good money for it, Louis. Yeah, but let's go ahead with what is happening on a queen river. So can they have the nuts there? King 10, 10-8 is the nuts. Not really. Would have be floating extremely wide on the flop, and they don't have ace queen really, depending on your opponent, of course. So yeah, it's a good run out for you, high V run out, and yeah, because you have the nuts, you can have all huge sizes. And now it's interesting as a bluff what you are doing then. It's hard to have enough bluffs. Yeah, but I can pick a bluff like this one. And yeah, because you also have the huge sizes and for value, you also use it sometimes as a bluff. Queen 10. Do you have showdown value? Maybe a tiny bit. So you could check in this regard and go for check raise bluffs. Yeah, and even have huge size as a check raise or as a bet directly, and then exploitively. Um, then you have to think how many combinations you put in bluffs in there as bluffs. The more you think they fold, the more combination of bluff you put in there. So if you think they fold a lot, you could bluff every one of those as a check raise or as a huge bet, even shove 5 times spot. The really huge size I would only take usually when I block the nuts, when I have a 10 of blocking the run of nuts. Yeah, it depends what you think your opponent are doing. Your opponents are doing there. Like most fun players are calling too much. That's where you make the most money. That's where your money comes from. Fun players calling too much, but not only fun players, also a lot of regulars. Especially usually the worst ones who are not knowing that it's quite hard to have enough bluffs in certain spots. I don't want to say that's always bad to hero call against some players in some situations. It's really important actually, and the best play. So yeah, depending how you think your opponent is reacting to this, putting more or less of these combinations in there is what you want to do. And usually even the bad players hold decent amount. When you have these huge sizes. Go for a 10% ski. This is from my experience the spots where regulars and fun players are capable of finding enough folds. Or at least more than usual. So what I end up doing in this situation we talked about A lot of people are actually not knowing what I'm talking about, I think. It was this hand here. This hand. I would end up mainly with a double pot bet, I think, on this river, or check. Or check raise, yeah. Depends on my opponents. 70%, yeah, it's fine. But yeah, usually would go for double pot size bet or check. Yeah, the value raise, or I would say value raise. It's close though. Can you have some tens? Yeah, maybe, but probably he has also a 9 or a bluff when he snap folds, and got a little bit more likely. So if you want to know which hand I was talking about, I'm going to post it here again. Chat. You didn't want to polarize to AA or King 10. Get it, get it. The thing is, if you have like ace 9, you still have the nuts, right? Pretty much. Okay, they could sometimes have ace jack. Okay, let's say with ace jack plus, you can do this. So with ace jack plus, I mainly just use the double pot bet there. And if I have ace 9 or ace king, I would just bet 70%, I guess. Ace king could already be a bit thin, because yeah, they call 2 times 70% multi-way pot, so oh. Then you could just create a smaller betting range, depends how much your hand is worth, and then build your bluffs around it. I mean, with your value hands, you can bet pretty much every size that is worth your value. But therefore, I have to also think about then putting bluffs in all of these betting lines. Lot of bluffs. Yeah, I agree. Everything pretty much gets something. 6-7 suited. One of those hands that is a potential bluff, and I would bluff this for sure sometimes. Why not? Oh, interesting one. So roll time, mainly gonna bet and quite often shove river. Would prefer queen jack. And usually having this huge size more here. If we play on 2 streets, get everything in on the river. That's not good. That he snap calls. Looks a lot like he has like ace-5 suited, maybe ace jack. The river is of course not good at all for us. We could still bet it though. Yeah. I would say we not bluff. And yeah. Ace-5. Ace-queen even. I think it's not a good spot to have enough bluffs or be over bluffing. When you snap calls, it looks a lot like weak 8. Ace-5 suited, ace-9 suited. Check suited maybe. And if we want to bluff, then let's bluff more like king jack of hearts, right? Blocking 10 jack of hearts would be tiny bit better. It's just a small thing though. But when it's already close, then yeah, I think this can make the difference. Hmm. Not our river. Would he be showing 10s, thinking with ace king? Yeah, could be. Probably gets more like queen though. I think just gonna call here. I think I'm gonna call actually. Ace queen. Yeah. I'm gonna call. Let's see what will happen. Fortuna, help us! 1 out of 4 times it will be good. I think I like the call. I have a decent hand to bluff. 10s, 9s. Probably has aces. Yeah, I would say we bet small shove river. Sometimes he has kings, but he might fast play those now on the turn. Yeah. I would say we're gonna do it. Maybe even sometimes king 10 suited. I think a lot of tens just fold. Even aces with a club. Sometimes he has ace king of clubs, but it's only one combination. Will this bluff work? The likeliness got increased. I think when he's not snap calling, he really just has one pair. And we have jacks, queens, but no kings. Nice. Expected a fold. So this was at least good. Oof. Okay, I gotta call it a day. Yeah, gotta call it a day. A lot of interesting stuff happened. That one euro call there against the top pair was unfortunate, but sometimes he's randomly bluffing, sometimes he has pocket tens. But sometimes it's a top pair. It is like it is. Already a lot on the middle. Just took a note how he played. I feel a shove coming. Never lucky. That's really just a small 3-bet. When we are deeper. Yeah, let's see what we can do. World law will sometimes flush us on. prefer a spade. And we see how the day will end today. A lot of stuff happened. The king queen suited shove as a bluff with good equity in a 3-bet pot after raising the flop as a bluff, where it's hard to have a lot of bluffs, but on the other hand also not a lot of good hands are not fast playing there. Then the hero call now against queen 8 suited when we're jacked. We win our last hand. Woohoo! Nice. I look at my balance and it is like almost $200 more. So we will know what will come up now. And these. Have to deduct rake. So yeah, pretty much plus $200. Of course, of course, of course. So let's check some hands we played. I would say no, let's go with this. GTO wizard. Button raised and I raised in the big blind with which hand, of course, ace king. And he called. Good board for him, but I said yes, not all sets, and we still just mainly play aggressive with our good overpairs. 3, 4, 6. Yeah, even sometimes betting like almost pot there. And if we check and he bets mainly small, of course, and we raise it up, usually, right? Yeah. Or even tens. Yeah. Oh, nines also. Eights. Wow. Usually these don't play so aggressively. Maybe because he bets so much. Yeah. But next thing, it was actually a check. And it was a 3. And I checked with ace king. Sometimes can bet small is what I would have thought. Mainly check, sometimes bet small. But actually even half, but not often. Sometimes even big. Okay. Alright, alright. Yeah, for value, kind of. And here having mainly just a big sizes. Yep. Pretty much what I thought. So, but we checked, and he bet now. Quite big, more than half, a little bit more than half. I think he mainly bets small or half, yeah. Ah, also decent amount of this. The question was though, if he bets now big, is it always a continuous ace king? Or is it mixing fools? And I said it was probably close, but maybe it's even it's pure. And it looks like it is pure. But also sometimes raise. I would have thought. Hmm. But not really raising those, just calling or folding. And then always slow playing aces still. At least GTO wise. What are the bluffs then? 7-8, 7-9. The thing is, I mean, the raises are mainly just all in, so yeah, we don't really raise those. And yeah, it was a really big size, of course. Yeah. Another thing against the small size. I sort of limited on the small size. Then you can take stuff like 7-8 of hearts, which is great, of course. Okay, makes sense. How much EV? Huh? Yeah, it's a tiny bit of EV. Okay, that's what I wanted to find out. But I still mainly like the fold against population. Small exploit. Let's say bet small, then we have more raises. And even with some ace kings. But also directly shove there with a lot of stuff. Sure, why not? Strong hands that like protection. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Let's go to our big hands. Check our big hands. There were some interesting ones. Ah, yeah, for sure. This king queen suited hand. We're gonna check. Ugh. Let's start with our losses. Ah, yeah, that was a weird hand. We could still try to solve it. It was like another gun. He 3-bet. I called 4-bet. Pocket yaks. Even sometimes folding already. In my very early positions, very strong hands. Makes a lot of sense. It was a 3-bet, right? From him. Yep. And he calls. Probably it's not solved, actually. Queen 8 suited is probably also not in there. And flop was Queen High. Head solved? Nice. We check our jacks. It's a good, okay, it's actually a good board for us. We don't check. Hmm. So bad. Yeah, this tree will not be great if we... We even have a shoving range, but it will not be built well. Yeah, let's just forget about this hand. Let's go to the next one. There's our king queen suited 10. I raised hijack, but in 3-bet, maybe I raised in the cutoff. Okay. And we called this time with king queen suited in the cutoff only. Flop was this, and I raised this time with the overs. Probably fine. Maybe not so much raising is going on because we don't have all 8-9 suited. So many. We're gonna see. And on the turn we went for the check shove, which is probably fine, but we'll see. I'm interested. What's happening here? Raise, re-raise, cut off. This time just calling. Usually I do like 50-50 of these continues. Okay, he's actually always calling. Oh, we even have a royal flush draw. We check. We bet 1/3. It's pretty much whole range. The whole range. And yeah, we raise our jacks, what I said. And ace 10 suited, I said also. 9-10 probably also. Just a tiny bit. And some 7s. Now I'm more thinking about the sin value raises. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. And 8-7 suited, but less 8-9 suited. We still have like 50% of this. Okay. Okay. And king queen with backdoors, mixing folds, calls, and raises. Yeah, and we rolled a high number. Totally fine. What about ace jack? Yeah, it's always the same as all these. King jack, jack queen. Okay, it has also a good draw, of course, with it. Jack 9. Will not be unimportant. Okay, we raised to 15, and I think I said both is the thing, yeah. Both is the thing, but more having the smaller size. We had the smaller size. And he called with pocket jacks, which is absolutely fine. Turn was 7 of clubs. And yeah, we went for the check this time with the king, queen of clubs. It's mainly betting though. But yeah, it's mixing, so it has the same EV. Could have just bet shove this one. But I went for the check. He bet 1/3. Probably the absolute thing, yeah. And now the king queen suited is just calling. Jack queen is shoving or raising. Yeah. Probably it's almost the same EV though to shove. Losing like 3 BB. It's a little bit. And exploitively, I also like the call more, so I would have liked the call more. But what I don't like, of course, is a fold. I mean, we have king queen of clubs there. It's a bit of EV, but even this I didn't like I said. But the call would have been nicer. And yeah, we're gonna donk on some rivers. On a 6, for example. Yeah, always donk. Not a shove usually, but king jack. Jack queen probably also. We don't have this anymore. Ace jack. Yeah, I think this would have been cool. GTO wise, slightly bit better, and exploitatively way better, I would say. So, yeah. There is some improvements. There's improvement from my side. So we learned a little bit. Or I learned a little bit here. On a club, I would have also shoved. Exploitively, but also GTO wise, I think I would have thought this. Probably the same EV. It's losing a tiny bit of EV though. Okay. On a 9, I would have donked. Donk shoved. Yep. Mainly using a smaller size there. Yeah, okay, I learned something here. I I have everything I want to know. Next hand. Sure, we could look this one up. Another gun raised, 3 re-raised, call, flop wires like ace, 10. 7. And mixing checks and bets. Completely standard. I check. He also checked ace queen. He should actually do it quite often. Good, good. And now I said when he checks, we will mainly have quite often have big sizes like pot size on the turn. The turn was a 3 of diamonds. With ace queen, ace king. Actually having more the half size or 1/3 very often. Maybe it's because it's an ace high board. It wouldn't be like it on a non-ace high board, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Okay. But still, it's fine to have some big sizes. So we used something like this one, a little bit bigger than this one. Why not taking King Jack of Diamonds for that? Yeah. And then I decided not bluff the river, especially with our combination. Because we had diamonds, and here's a 10 of diamonds. And yeah, we are not blocking 10 Jack of diamonds. It's not calling so off pre-flop though. But still, I think it makes a difference. And yeah, indeed it does. King Jack of Hearts always. Is it even better than Jack Queen? Yeah, it is. It is. Because he's having a decent amount of ace kings. More important to block it. So yeah. And I also wanted to underbluff against him in general. Because I thought he would be overcalling. I like how he played it. But the CV. King Jack of Diamonds shove. Not really losing anything at all in theory, just a tiny bit. Because he's probably not having a lot of 10 jack suited. Not so many. Makes sense. Vita, thank you very much for your follow. Okay, here I played very exploitively. This is a random hand. Yeah, nothing special in this hand. Ah, yeah, this one was weird as fuck. I wanted to look this one up. Very interesting one. I talked already a good amount about this one. Cut off race and we call with fives. Why should this not be a thing? Fold, fold. And it was 8 of diamonds. 5 of spades. Yeah, a lot of checking is quite often going on. Out of position here as initial, and on this board where we are a little bit condensed to sets, because we are calling these 8s, 4s, 5s decent amount. We have this stuff, yeah. It's a good board for us, so we bet a lot. And we bet. How much did we bet? Oh yeah, actually he bet himself. Okay, now it's already fucked up. Hmm. Okay, we try this. So we raised with our pocket fives to 7. And yeah, he wanna have some raises. I mean, he'll start with a re-raises with the value hands. Pocket 8s, 50% of the time. Mainly 6, 7 suited, the nuts. Some stuff that is good, but like some protection. And then the bluff skis, the gut shots, yeah. Maybe some 9, 10 suited backdoors. Makes a lot of sense. He had 6s there. And I said, yeah, it has value. Can do it. Sometimes. Yeah, it looks pretty much. Really, really sometimes it's doing it. Okay, he re-raised it. Why not? We had 5s. And I said, okay, that's already not good for us, but we're gonna just go down here. And I think I prefer against a potential fun player. Call it. Have his random bluffs in. And yeah, it's fine. And now the turn was an ace of hearts. Does he keep on bluffing if he has the 6s? Was my question. He checks and just bluffs some of his gut shots. Preferring the one with the highest equity who turned flush to us. Alright, he checked. And I decided to actually go for a check with 5s because exploitively I thought he either has nothing or us already beat. I went for the check. And now on the river it was this deuce of diamonds. And yeah, indeed he has more of the big bets. That's what I thought. Still going for value if he has a, what did I say, pocket 8s plus. Looks like it's pocket 5 plus. Oh, 8 is 8. No, not showing. Yeah, and 6 is just checking, and takes a low showdown value. Okay, that was my question. Is it bluffing? Because he picked the small size as a bluff. If he would be bluffing, then the shove. Yeah. Does that make sense, EV-wise? Probably, yeah. Maybe it makes a tiny bit of sense. The all-in is a bit more than the 34. But still, we want to just take your showdown value and take the check. Not that this is important to know. This usually doesn't come up so often, but I wanted to know. All right. By the way, he went for the small bet. I just called with fives. Which is CTO-wise, losing 7 BB. Is he still betting like kings to jacks? For the size was also a question I had, and yes. So we might have should have shoved there. Because neither player having a lot of threes. He could maybe have ace-3 suited. Yeah. But besides that, it's not changing so much. So that was actually a small mistake, I would say, to not shove. Yeah. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, I made a interesting bluff. But yeah, it's probably fine. Why should this not be fine? Tens is probably a bit better, but also. Okay, we have done a lot of studying already. Only 15 viewers left, the hardcore ones. You're also into studying, appreciate it. Yeah, I hope we learned a bit here, my guys. For sure we did. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Can just say thank you very much for watching, my guys. Have a good evening, good afternoon, whatever you do. Peace out.